Third Crisis is one of those games that looks like a spicy parody RPG at first glance, and then it keeps escalating until you realize it's actually doing something way more intense than you expected. You're in Karseberg, a dystopian city where an organization called Pitho has basically weaponized desire as control. And you play as Jenna, codename Vibe, who starts off as this conservative, mission-focused hero type. She's not the anything goes protagonist. She's the opposite. And that contrast is what makes the game's main system actually land. Because Third Crisis revolves around its purity versus corruption pathing. And it's not just a checkbox. It affects pacing, tone, content, and the feel of the whole playthrough. Staying pure can feel like you're pushing uphill. Slow progression, more resistance, more restraint. While giving in can unlock faster content, bigger shifts, and a completely different kind of momentum. Gameplay-wise, it's an XCOM-style grid system. Turn-based combat, positioning, abilities, tactical choices. Some fights feel straightforward. Others force you to think about spacing and tempo. It's not the deepest tactical game ever made, but it's functional. And because the game is so narrative-heavy, the combat mostly serves as a pressure system that makes the world feel hostile. Where the game surprised me is the writing. The world building is way more serious than it needs to be. Characters have motivations. Some antagonists don't feel like cartoon villains. You can understand why they hate the protagonist. And sometimes you're even sitting there like, okay, that's a fair point actually. That adds weight to the moral side of the game, because your choices aren't happening in a vacuum. And content-wise, it's dense. Tons of animated scenes, a huge cast, recruitable allies, side characters that actually matter. You can meet people who feel like throwaway NPCs at first, and then realize they're part of bigger arcs. The game has this universe energy, like it's trying to be a whole franchise, not a single release, especially with the modding update and the spin-off expanding the setting. It's also one of those games where you learn quickly to use multiple save slots, because choices can lock you into routes or outcomes you didn't predict. That's not a gotcha feeling. It's more like the world reacts, and you're responsible for the direction you push yourself. Third Crisis is the kind of game you play, and you can tell the dev wanted it to feel like a full RPG with consequences, not just a spicy VN with a combat minigame attached. If you like the idea of a tactical, story-heavy 2D game, where the core tension is literally your character's moral direction, yeah, this one will keep you busy.